Are you fascinated by true crime like us?
If so, check out our podcast, Crime Divers, hosted by me, Jill.
And me, Laura.
Look out for new episodes every Tuesday when we discuss UK crimes that shook the nation.
So what are you waiting for? Come join us as we dive in.
This is a Cincy Fan Talking with LP. You can catch me on Twitter. That's a Cincy Fan Talking. You say it like it sounds, just leave off the G. If you have ideas for the show, you can reach me at Cincy_Fan Talk at yahoo.com. If you have any suggestions for the show, make sure you leave them there. Who knows, you might find yourself as part of the show. Any feedback would be definitely appreciated. And also, make sure you hit the Linktree page that's on my Twitter. Make sure you click on that. You can find all the different ways to contact me there. Enjoy the show. What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the pod. Welcome back to another episode of a Cincy Fan Talking with LP. And this is LP. Guess I'm a little bit rusty at this. Haven't podded in about a week or so. Had to take a little bit of a break, get everything tight in the household. Just a little hectic around the house. You got the kids, I'm teaching, wife is teaching. Everything just got super hectic. Had to take a little bit of a break, and life happens to everybody. So, it wasn't really political or anything like that. It wasn't like, I had to take a break to see what happened with the election or, it got like that for a lot of people, and I definitely understood because that stuff was absolutely crazy, and it's still crazy because the shit hasn't ended. So I get that, but for me it was more like life was just crazy altogether. So just took a little bit of a break, but we're back, we're podding. So appreciate everybody checking out a few of the old episodes. Definitely appreciate that. Appreciate everybody with the retweets and the likes. Also appreciate everybody checking out the Linktree and sharing that out. Always appreciate that. So please keep doing that. Appreciate the support on that. Also, if you checked out the promo at the beginning of this, at the very beginning, please make sure you check out the Crime Divers pod. Definitely check them out. Cool peeps. Sorry about that. A true crime pod that's dropping every Tuesdays. They're discussing UK crimes that kind of shook the nation out there. So check them out every Tuesday. So if you want to hit them on Twitter, that's at Divers Pod. So give them a listen. So after you check me out on Tuesdays, hit them up on Tuesdays. Real cool people. I wasn't really into true crime until I started podding, and then I kind of linked up with a lot of true crime people. And this is one of those pods that you start listening to it and you like, wow, like it's real, like it's compelling stuff. So definitely give them a listen. Check them out. It's dope. So give them a listen. Every Tuesdays, Crime Divers Pod. Check them out. So we're gonna kind of kick this off. I really didn't want to get political. It's kind of hard not to get political as far as what's happening. So I'm gonna kind of dip my toe in this a little bit and then just dip right back out because I really don't feel like talking about the election. But it's kind of strange when you watch what happened with how Biden won shout out to Joe for pulling it out. People were sleeping on who was supposed to be Sleepy Joe, but he pulled it out. No matter what people say, he won this shit. Like he won this election, and I'm happy that he won it. But if you've been watching sports, then like if you're a sports fan, then us sports fans knew that this would be a close election. We knew that it would be a very close election. I mean, just think about it from a sports perspective. Just think about it. The further south you go, the more fans you see in the stands. Just think about that. Look at a Clemson game. You see like 12, 15,000 people in the stands. Like you saw that September. Whereas you didn't see the Big Ten playing games. That was North and South. I mean, right there, that kind of tells you the split in the nation. So if you think about it from that perspective, we all should have known, no matter what the poll said, this was going to be a close election. I mean, the split was there. I mean, I know the polls showed that Biden was up double digits. But if you just look from a sports perspective, you got the Pac 10. They weren't playing games until last weekend. But you got the SEC, and they were like, no, like, fuck all that. We playing as soon as we possibly can. And then you got the Big 12 right in the middle. And they were him hawing like, should we play? Should we not play? That was America right there. What happened with football was America in a nutshell. You have your we're not doing it, and then you have your we're definitely doing it, and then you have your middle America, which was like, should we stay or should we go? That was your election. And you had to convince the middle of America to get on your side. That's what you had to do, because the people that weren't gonna the people that weren't gonna play football, you weren't gonna sway them. And the people that were gonna play football, you weren't gonna sway them. Whoever got that middle part, they're getting everybody. And when it came to football, people got that middle part to play football. And they got everybody to play football. The Big Ten, they weren't gonna play football. They said no, we're not playing. They expected everybody to listen. The Pac 12 said we're not gonna play either. Okay. But the SEC and the ACC said we're playing. And they pretty much made everybody else say, you know what, maybe we should play too. That was a microcosm of the election process. You had some people saying some people said we're gonna vote for Biden. Some people said we're gonna vote for Trump. And it was all about convincing a handful of states to vote for your candidate. Whoever did that wins the election. That's the American voting process. Athletically, that's basically what it was. I mean, as far as I see it, to be quite honest. Now, and it's funny that's how it worked, because it's been working like that for a very long time. I mean, America hasn't been this huge democratic voting process. I mean, I know that every single vote counts. I get that. But if we're being honest, some votes count more than others. I mean, that's just being real. I mean, the votes in some states seem to count more than others, because in California, the Democrats are going to win. Like, you can pretty much chalk those 55 electoral votes up to the Democrats. Whereas if you're in Texas, I mean, I know it was looking like it was purple, but eh, it's pretty much Republican. It all boils down to a few states. You win those few states, you win the election. And it feels like that's the process. And I'm not knocking the process. I mean, you got to work the process, but that is the process. And watching this from a sports standpoint, there's no reason why people should have been surprised that it was close. Because if you've been watching sports, that's the split. You look at a sports, you look in the stands, you see half the people wearing masks, and you see half the people looking like, I'm not wearing this mask, and you're not going to make me. I mean, that's the world that we live in. That's America. I mean, if we could get everybody on board and on one accord, it would be a great thing, and America would be absolutely awesome. But we don't have that, and until we get that, it's going to be really tough for anybody running this country to get it on track. So I really hope Biden can do what he needs to do, because I mean, it's definitely going to be tough sledding. I mean, the celebration is on, and I'm definitely down for it. But we got work to do, and you can look at sports and you can see where that work is. And speaking of sports and speaking of football, if I can just go ahead and hop off this political train now, because I mean, I really want to. I've just been conflicted as far as watching football. I mean, I've been loving watching the Bengals. I've been loving watching Ohio State. I mean, I've been loving watching the Bearcats. I mean, they've been really doing their thing. But I've just been like really conflicted watching sports. I mean, especially here in Ohio. I mean, you got the coronavirus rate just skyrocketing. Like, it's just going crazy. I mean, here we went from like 2,000 cases 3 weeks ago to 6,000 cases today. Like 6,000 cases. But football continues, and I'm still watching. I'm still rooting for my team. And it just gets to a point where it's like, should they even be out there? Like, I just feel guilty as hell, like watching football like weekly. I really do. I battle with that because I mean I like football. I gotta be honest. Given everything that's happened this year, I can honestly say I don't love football the way I did before. I feel like the NFL is a from just from a community relations standpoint is an absolute farce. I feel like they could have did better. So whenever I look at what they do, I'm just kind of like, ugh. But when I look at the players and the stuff that they try to do, from a community relations standpoint and, from trying to get their messaging out and everything, I really respect that. But I always go back to like, I'm not even at work. Like, I've been remote teaching for the entire year. Like, I haven't stepped foot in my classroom. And at this point, I don't know if I am this year. And I'm like, they got to go to work. Like, they real life got to get out there and do a job where they can't socially distance. Like, it's impossible for them to do that. And I'm cheering them on. I'm like, hey, make that tackle. Like, stay in bounds. And I mean, I battle with that. Like, I feel guilty. I mean, I don't know how anybody else feel about it. I mean, hit me up on Twitter and let me know how you feel about it. But for me, I'll have conversations with people sometimes, and I'm like, one minute I'm like, this is a good game, this is awesome, and then the next minute I'm like, should they be out there? And I know I'm gonna feel like this all year. Like I know this, but I'm like, you really can't put it off on them because they got a job to do. And I do understand that if my school told us that, you guys have to go back to work, I would have to make these same decisions. I would have to be like, should I go back to school? I mean, we got bills to pay too, but on the other hand, my family could be in danger. So, like, I 100% get where they're coming from. So, you won't see me knocking them at all. I mean, this is their job, a lot of them. I mean, in college, it's even worse because it's not like they have a choice for the most part. A lot of people come at these players in college like they actually have a choice. I mean, they're on scholarship. It's like you have to play. If you don't play, how are you staying in school? I mean, they have less options than the players and the pros. So I'm definitely not knocking the players. For me, it's more of a philosophical thing. It's like, as a fan, I just feel conflicted. I'm like, I'm watching people do things that if I was in their shoes, I probably wouldn't be doing. I don't know if I would make the same decisions. So because of that, I'm rooting different. I'm thinking different. Like when they don't make the plays that I would be like upset with them making, I'm kind of like damn, how could you? Damn, he didn't make that play. Like I'm coming at them different now. Like I'm not like I'm seeing the field different, and I know it's because of this whole coronavirus thing. Because like shit is just different now. Like this whole thing is absolutely positively strange. Like, and I don't get how more people aren't conflicted about this. And like I hear people telling me like, they made that choice, so they got to live with that choice. And I'm kind of like, did they make that choice? Did they have that choice? Like sometimes I don't feel like it was a choice at all. Like I feel like a lot of times they have to play, not because we want them to play. I don't really think we as fans factor into that decision. Like I don't really think it's about us. I think it's more like I kind of always put myself in a position like if my school said, "Hey, it's time for you to teach," you have to go into the building to teach. More than likely, hey, fuck it, it's time to teach, and it would be like a severe detriment to all of us in this household because it's dangerous. It's dangerous in the school, and I know a lot of people. I know a lot of these news outlets would be like, school is like the most. It's the safest place to be. Yada yada yada. Us teachers don't feel like that. Like we don't feel like it's the safest place to be. Like it's not. Like we're not the kids. We're not that age. Like it's not the safest for the teachers. I don't really think it's the safest for the kids. Like, I don't really get where they're coming from with that. So, to be a player, I mean, it has to be scary. So, to be like, to have on top of, the risk physically, getting tackled going over the middle of the field or having some type of non contact injury to your leg or a concussion or something like that, on top of all of that, now you got to worry about like before or after the game, if you're too close to somebody or if you're not wearing a mask when you're on the sideline or some shit like that. Like, I mean, there's a lot going on that we don't even think about when we're watching NFL Red Zone. Which, by the way, fuck them. catch a catch a pass episode for my feelings about Spectrum. I mean, there's a lot that I never even think about, and it just kind of hits me in waves when I'm watching TV. Like one minute I'm like, "Yeah, Joe, nice throw," And the next minute, I'm like, damn, it's messed up that they even out there. And I'm gonna go back and forth with this all year long, and I know that. So if the Buckeyes make it to the college football playoff, I mean, it'll be a successful season. I mean, I would like to see it, but at the same time, it's like, mm, I just waffle back and forth. So I mean, for me, I'm watching, but at the same time, it's just a whole lot of confliction for me. So it's just something that I have to deal with. But I do understand that I'm simply dealing with confliction. That's low on the list compared to somebody that's actually playing, or somebody that's like watching their loved ones out on the field or something like that. So like for me, like I'm low on the totem pole. Now, once I have to do something where I put myself like in the line of fire, then it goes up for me, and then somebody's looking at me with that same level of confliction. So, I mean, it changes depending on the situation. So, I mean, that's kind of where I'm at with it. So, that's that's kind of my piece. So, I'll be watching the Bengals play the Steelers with that level of confliction, hoping that they get the win. Um, I really don't get, by the way, um, people watching the Bengals win or loss record this season. We really shouldn't be checking for that. We need to be watching the progress of Joe and the offense and hoping that this defense get better. I mean, that's what we really should be checking for. I mean, the win and loss record is irrelevant. I know y'all watching some of these teams, like Miami, like Arizona, and they like 5-3. They doing their thing. But for the Bengals, it was never really about that. It wasn't supposed to be about that. I mean, 2 wins right now, that's two more wins than what we had last year at this time. This is successful. I mean, we need to keep our eyes on the prize. I mean, think logically for a second. We on the upswing. I mean, things are getting better. So pray that Joe doesn't get hurt this year. The rebuild starts next year and the year after. That's what we should be looking towards. I mean, think like that and pray that they block for Joe this week. That's what we need to be hoping for, because the Steelers, they coming in for blood, and we need to be watching for that. So that's my piece. Make sure y'all check me out next week. Every Tuesday we drop. We're gonna go ahead and head out the door for this week. It's been fun hanging with y'all. As always, life is good. Peace out, y'all. Holla. If you're not ready for the conversation to end, I'm not either. Make sure to catch me on Twitter. That's the Cincy Fan Talking. Leave off the G at the end of it, and we can keep the conversation going. Also, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button so you can catch the next episodes. The episodes will drop every Tuesday. If there's a change in that, I'll make sure to let you know. Appreciate the support. As always, life is good.